Hi. So, my apologies for not being in last week. I was super sick and dying. So, I am on the mend. I'm not 100% better yet, but, you know, getting there. Got my hair cut. It looks really good, actually, but not right now because I just woke up. So, look, it looks like there's a chunk missing. I'm like, oh, I just got my hair cut. Look how great it looks. Yeah, no, it doesn't really look like this normally. Happy Mother's Day to all your mothers and stuff. This week's topic is black market tea. I don't have a whole lot of experience with black market tea. I am just going to repeat everything that everyone else has said. I think that it's important to note August's video, the whole video, no, just take note of it. The reason that people are pursuing black market tea is because of the gatekeeper process and things that suck about getting tea. I know for me it was very frustrating trying to get tea, and I never considered black market tea at all. But I had a couple unsuccessful doctor's appointments. I had been seeing my therapist for quite a while, and she wouldn't give me a letter, and it just was terrible, and I thought I was never going to get tea. But I ended up going to a clinic in Western Mass, which is a pretty liberal area. So these clinics that August was mentioning, they'll probably be located in areas that have more resources like that. I come from a really conservative town, and like they're definitely not going to be in the middle of that town. So, cities and towns that are paying money to have these resources available to people, that's where they're going to be. That's where I ended up getting my tea from, one of the clinics that he was talking about in his video about, I didn't need a letter from a therapist, and I didn't have to go through any sort of gatekeeper process or anything like that. I just kind of went in and explained my story, and she did blood work, and then when the blood work came back, she wrote me a prescription, and that was it. That was my tea journey, and she checked my levels after that, I think like a month after, and then 3 months after, and then that was it. The problem with that, or not problem, but I felt a little weird about it because I felt like I wasn't being closely monitored, and I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like they gave me the tea and it was like, here you go free. You really have to check out the place that you're getting it from, because at that time they had just started writing people prescriptions for testosterone. I think they're a little bit better now. My friend Hunter, who subbed for me last week, I actually brought him to the same clinic and they gave him tea as well. And what they said to him was that they do have more of a process now that they go through. But they ended up giving him tea anyway, just because, I don't know, he charmed them, I guess. He charmed them into giving him tea, so that happens. I mean, it's the whole structure of things that really inhibits people from getting tea. But if you do go through one of these clinics, I would suggest that you research how long they've been doing hormones for and what they know about it, etc. So you don't feel like your care is being compromised. And that's really important. I know that for some people, getting tea is like, I can't even put words to it because it's just so much more important than everything else. And that's how it was for me. It was like, I knew that I needed tea to feel like myself. So it was like put before anything else. And for me, I didn't care about the clinic at all, but I really would suggest that you research it. If you are on some sort of black market tea, I suggest that you stop. And I do suggest, just like Val said, just tell your doctor. There's a confidentiality agreement that you have with your doctor. Unless you are a threat to others or you're going to harm others or yourself, basically they can't tell anyone. Take that seriously. It is a serious thing to not have your levels being monitored. And on top of that, they do blood work before you go on testosterone for a reason. They want to make sure that everything's okay in there. You don't know what's going on in your body. You can't test for that yourself. So you really need to let someone else do that before you go on testosterone. At the very least, get your blood tested for, whatever they check for. It was really hard for me to rationalize getting up to make this video. I was in bed just now, and it was so comfortable, and the wind was blowing on me, and it was so cool, and I was all snuggled up, and I was like, oh god, gotta do it. I gotta do it. Yeah, if any of you live in Massachusetts and you have any questions about where this clinic is or whatever, I can certainly provide that information to you. Just shoot me a message or leave a comment below or whatever. And yeah, so don't do black market tea. Pugs, not drugs. Bye.